Hello everyone, today we want to talk about the future of South Asia, balancing economic growth and security challenge. This is our crew member. The South Asia, our region is growing very fast, but growth also brings risks, especially security challenge and global competition. So the big question is simple: how can South Asia continue to grow while also staying stable and secure? If we look at history, South Asia always has been good at that. The Mekong rivers export trade and farming, and monsoon will have ships move across the region. And the Silk Road linked this area to wider worlds. Long before modern state, people was already trading and cooperation. Over time, trade began deeper cooperation. Countries began building trust and share market. Cultural Asian made strong relationship. Eventually, ASEAN was formed to organize regional cooperation. Multilateralism. Multilateralism means a country work together instead of acting alone. They follow shared rules and respect common names. Organizations like the United Nations, World Trade Organization, and ASEAN have managed global and regional problems. Working together reduce conflicts and increase stability. And countries with different strategies to stay safe. Some balance against powerful states, some align with strong power, others believe in collective security through institutions. South Asia does not rely on just one approach. Instead, it makes strategy to protect its interests and maintain stability. Global governance. Today, there is no global government, but there are the global rules and systems. The United Nations have created international net. The Security Council works to maintain peace. This system called global governance has reduced chaos and encouraged cooperation between countries. ASEAN centrality. ASEAN plays a central role in the region. It acts as a neutral platform where major power can meet. This builds trust among members. Although decisions can be slow, ASEAN centrality helps keep the region united. ASEAN three pillars. ASEAN stands on the three pillars. The economic support trade and growth, the political security community promote the peace, the social cultural community focus on the people and their education. Together, these pillars aim to build a strong, balanced regional community.
Now, economic transformation. South Asia economy has grown very fast. Many countries export goods and attract foreign investment. They are an important part of global supply chain. This group creates jobs and reduces poverty. Political role in Asia. Each Asian country has a different role. Indonesia often leads. Singapore focuses on the economic strategy, and the Philippines speak about city issue. Thailand has solved conflict. Together, they keep Asian balance. Now, culture soft power. Indonesia has a Baltic, Thailand has the food and Japanese animation, and the Philippines has the diaspora. Next, please. Now, strategies heading. South Asia focus on combination between US and China. Many countries do not choose one side. They keep good and relation with both. This helps protect their independence. Now, South China Sea. The South China Sea is an important security issue. Many countries claim protect of it. It is a major trade route and has natural resources. International law like UNCLOS is involved. This shows that security and economics resolve competition. Indonesia as a middle power. Indonesia is an important middle power. It is a G20 member and democracy. It supports regional combination and focus on maritime strategy. Indonesia plays a leading role in Asia.
Business dimension. Supply chain are changing. Companies want to reduce risk and spread production to more countries. The digital economy is growing fast with many young people. South Asia has strong potential for future growth. Next is climate and security. Climate change is a big challenge. Many countries still use coal, but renewable energy is growing. Coastal cities face flooding risk, and natural disaster require countries to work together. Next is security and development. Security and development are connected. Economic growth requires peace and stability. Without order, investors lose confidence. Southeast Asia must manage security carefully to sustain growth. Next is the importance of ASEAN centrality. Its middle power diplomacy helps reduce tension and consensus build unity, even if it's slow decision. ASEAN remains essential for regional balance. Strategy implication. The region needs stronger maritime cooperation, digital integration, green transition, institutional reform. These will help Southeast Asia stay strong and competitive. This is final takeaway. Southeast Asia future depends on balance. It must combine growth and stability, independence and cooperation. It is success. It can shape its own future.